What is going on, guys? My name is Cameron, and I am back. You guys haven't seen me in so long, like almost a year, I think. Probably longer than that, because I think the last video that I posted was when I was still in my internship at Johnson Space Center in NASA. So, yeah, it's been a really long time, hasn't it? Oh my gosh. And all of you are like, why are you on the screen? Why? We're here for the vet. No, nobody cares about your stupid face. And you're right. No, we're going to get to that here in a minute. I just thought I would kind of talk about where I've been, what's going on, and what to expect from the channel, basically. So, I have been away, obviously. Went back to school for a little bit. Decided not to do the school thing anymore because I got a job, and I will talk more about that later on in another video if you guys would like. But basically, I was able to turn YouTube into a job in an unconventional sort of way, because you all know, like, I don't get the views on this channel. Like, that's not a thing. I don't have all of the views. I'm not, you know, some of these other car vloggers like Street Speed 717 or Guitarmageddon ZL1 or any of those other guys that get tons and tons of views. No, I'm super small, at least for now, and that's because I'm not consistent with my uploads. So I'll talk about that in another video if you guys would like. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to know how one kid went from being in college and making no money to making a good salary from YouTube. But anyway, so that being said, yeah, no, I plan on getting back into making more car videos. I've done quite a bit to the Vette. The last time you saw it, it was broken. I was getting it towed from my dad was helping me take it home. I was parked outside of Johnson Space Center. So anyway, yeah, so the Vette runs, the Vette's good. You guys are going to see it here in just a minute. You're going to see it tomorrow. You're actually going to get to hear it, blah, 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 because I'm going to a car meet tomorrow, and I figure I'll video all of that. But yeah, no, expect more videos to come. I have more surprises along the way, especially now that I have a job and I can actually afford to do things that make good content. We're going to do a whole lot more fun stuff. So I'm super excited about that. But anyway, yeah, so that's enough of my stupid face, and let's get into talking about the car and some rundowns. There she is. That is right. Yep, the Vette is still around. She looks pretty darn good, I think. Could probably use a little bit of detailing, and I'm sure I'll get plenty of comments about, oh my gosh, we can see lines and we can see streaks from your nice floodlight. But yeah, no, she still runs. You guys will get to actually hear it in the video, or in the next video. But let's see here if I can find my little latch. Got it open. Oh goodness. Trying to open it with one arm sucks. So the car has been running for a little over a year now, but as you can see, not a lot has really changed. I don't remember how much you guys actually saw, but like after it was down. But let's just go through a quick rundown. So doing various shenanigans in Mexico. The original motor, this is not the original motor, that's where the name ZZ Vette comes from. We washed the rings out of the original Vette, out of the original engine, so it's sitting in a crate at my parents' house. I don't think I've done anything to it since then. But anyway, nonetheless, this is a ZZ5 crate engine. With a Holley 750 carburetor and dyno headers. It's supposed to make 400 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds, I believe. Yeah, 400 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque. This is the weirdest thing, but for some reason I have a Mopar belt. so that's kind of blasphemy, but yeah, no. So like I said, ZZ5 crate engine. To up the power, I ended up having to go with a different high flow. I believe it's an Edelbrock high flow intake manifold. It's all dirty in there. I need to clean the engine bay like really bad, but yeah, probs. And then to match that, I went with Arizona Speed Marine. Oh my gosh, that's really hot because I just drove it. Bigger diameter runners. My dad actually ported the intake. He ported that in the backyard, so it flows really well. I didn't go with a bigger throttle body just because they ran the same throttle body on. As far as I know, they ran the same throttle body on the twin turbo Callaway, so I figure this throttle body should be good. And then when they put the motor in, they put the 1.6-to-1 roller rockers that I had on the factory motor. So I had already done that to the factory motor. They put those on, and then I have American Racing long tube headers. So they are 1 3/4 primary to 3-inch collector, and then it's got a X pipe. I actually am running high flow cats because where I lived there was like emission stuff, and yeah, now it's over 30 years old and it really doesn't matter, but it's nice to have them anyway, and they really don't do a whole lot. Yeah, so 3-inch to an X pipe out to Super 44 Flowmasters out the back. This is an auto car, so it has the 700 R4, and it came with like a 259 rear gear. But as you guys saw in the last video, it broke down. We had issues with it, 30-year-old issues. So I just had them go through the rear end and fix things. And when they went through it, we ended up going back with a 354 rear gear. So yeah, it's really droney in the car, but that's okay. It's really quick from a dig, and it's a whole lot of fun. So like I said, it makes all of the 400 horse that it's rated at, but it was a challenge getting this thing to work out. Something else that I didn't mention, you can't really see it. You can't really see it because, well, shadows, and then there's like a cover, but I actually have an 800 horsepower rated Ron Davis radiator in the that I just put in. I guess I could walk you this way and you can see at least the cap. So you can't really tell the cap here, but I guess you can see the welds and the bungs for like the transmission line and the temperature sensor. So yeah, but some things that like aren't perfect is like you can see these wiring looms are kind of draped across. This whole intake setup is just, it's not good. These runners, which this is all stuff that we kind of learned when we were putting this together, because I did the work, or majority of the work, until we took it to the exhaust shop and the car almost blew up, and it was turmoil. So, but we learned that like, you might be able to see it a little bit on this side, but we actually had to notch the runners when we took it to the shop that did the engine swap. We were like, hey, like we're throwing our hands in the air, like this is just fighting us every step of the way. They had to notch those because these larger diameter runners, although they work really well, they actually they were meant to work with the factory style heads, and these heads that I have taller valve springs, right? And so you can tell like the valve cover is taller, right? So there isn't as much room. there's not as much room for that those runners to go. So I've thought about putting a different intake manifold on it, maybe like a TPIS. I don't want to go with the LT4 just because, like, I don't want to go with the LT4 intake manifold. But anyway, so maybe a TPIS. I thought about maybe a TPIS, but I've been strongly considering. So the reason that we put the ZZ5 in because at the time we put it in, we couldn't find any like LS swap motor mounts, and neither me nor my dad knew how to weld. So that being said, we put it in, and I was like, oh yeah, I like it's even cooler now because it's not like everybody else. Everybody else does LS swaps. But the more and more I think about it, like, if I could figure out how to do it and I could set it up to at least look like it had tune port, or at least set it up to where it didn't look so much like an LS, I would be okay with it. And I have other plans for in the future. So I'm not saying that I am gonna LS swap it, but I am gonna say that it's like I'm heavily considering it. I have a build list started on it. So yeah, leave your comments down below if you'd like to know, you know, or if you'd like to weigh in. Should I LS swap it? Should I do more with this? The plan is I will at least let it out of the box. Like, I don't want to do nitrous, but I do want to make more power than what I'm making now. So I am considering doing boost, I am going to boost the car, but like I said, I'm not going to do nitrous like a lot of people do with these. And the Pro Charger system for this motor, I've thought about, but it actually pulls from like right here by the header, which a lot of their kits do, but there's so much room that there's like a lot of heat dissipation that could actually get to the air filter right here. So yeah, no, I don't plan on going that route. So like I said, I'm not gonna let the cat out of the bag on like my exact plans, but I would like to hear you guys like weigh in on whether or not you think I should LS swap it. And plus, like the whole intake system is much better on the LSs. So I'll leave a link down below to kind of one of the reasons why I want to go that route. But yeah, anyway, so that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I thank you for watching. Like I said, leave comments down below letting me know like what you think of the car, what you think of the car, what you'd like to see in the future. I do have something else that I'm going to show you guys in a future video. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.